Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our MCiT Forum 2021. Welcome to a new digital world and our discussion about how COVID-19 changed the IT industry with 11 speakers, 13 sessions in this very afternoon. This annual event of our department is organized by our master students in order to strengthen our community, which is driven by 350 active students, 900 alumni, 150 cooperating business partners, many international university partners, and last but not least, by a strong team of 33 motivated full-time staff to administrate, teach, and research in our field of interest.
My belief is that digital and IT are, of course, something deeply connected to the world of tech, but not necessarily just to the world of tech. Those questions are questions of leadership on every level of our society, be it in corporate world, be it in startups, be it in municipalities, communities, and the like. And it's completely recognized that we live in a world which is mirrored. So there's this world around us, and there's a digital, which is like the mirrored world where we leave digital traces in terms of our data. This data is highly valuable, and we absolutely require to recognize it to do something with that. To truly empower data, I believe we require a different setup of IT. And here I'm going to discuss the Web 3.0, which is the world of decentralized ledgers.
You have to know that the IT industry was already digitalized. Home office, flexible working hours had all been there before. With a few restrictions, we were allowed to work where we want and when we want. But there is a thing called corporate culture, which you are never allowed to underestimate. It is the kind of unwritten rules or a common behavior in your company that is somehow expected.
My work did not change. It was changing for all the people outside that never worked remotely. But for us, the company itself, nothing changed. And my friends that are working for other companies tell me, hey, Andre, normally you need to go to the office. But now, like, I'm from Google, I'm from Salesforce, I'm from Microsoft. We're allowed to work from everywhere now. And we said, cool. So let's do our own digital nomad thing. Let's go together to Portugal. We all did a COVID test, everybody negative, 5 friends from the IT industry, working together from a house, Portugal, beachfront. And I was like, wow, the IT industry is really the place to be. And Corona is changing it at that way that everybody else was not able to work remotely, is now able to work because we had the infrastructure. We just needed to have this push to do it.
And we came up with this ongoing story about failure. So my last question to both of you would be, what was your best failure which you ever celebrated in your business life?
I need to think about it.
Okay, what would you like to start?
Yeah, I would not say the best failure, but the best fake.
Okay.
And
So I stopped in a meeting all SAP projects in a global company by just saying we stop all projects. And everybody thought it was granted. But afterwards, they found out that I just did it, that they start thinking about what we are really discussing and not dreaming.
Okay.
And it is sometimes you need to really refocus the people. Yeah, you need to push on the brake and to say, guys, what are you talking? You're talking in your areas. That's not about. Yeah, failures I have done enough, but this is then something for offsite.
This is why after the conference. Deepa.
Yeah, for me, it's also kind of a challenging question because I always, when I was asked what's the biggest failure, I always say they never stuck too long in my mind that I consider them as a failure because I always made something, most of the times an even better thing about it. So it was it was an impulse or kind of a spark that let me change my direction. And really, because also failures have a reason in somehow. So this is why there is a nice quote that I always use. It's kind of, I learned so much from my mistakes. I'm just considering making more ones.
My name is Simon, and my position for the MCI forum in 2021 was the general chair. So I had the honor of organizing all our inter-organizational collaboration and also the sending out the invitations for speakers, for example. Actually, the very first few minutes of the conversations with all the guests, with Anastasia as our keynote speaker, this was actually worth all the work before.
My name is Stefan Schröder. I'm professor here at the Department of Management, Communication and IT. And I teach and do research here.
Hello, my name is Rebecca. I work here at our department as an assistant and project manager, and I'm responsible for communication and international relations.
It's always interesting to tackle the challenge of organizing an event like this. For the students, it was the first time to organize a conference, forum, in an academic setting. For me, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but it's every time again it's a new challenge. So there's always things that you can't plan for and you have to improvise. And that's something students have to learn, and I think it's a really good opportunity to do so.
Well, if I had to pin it down to one statement, I would say from theory to practice. Already in March it turned out that our students will have to organize and plan this whole conference in an online setting. Therefore, we organized a weekly call with our master students, with the team leaders, and therefore we got a weekly update and we were able to delegate all the to-dos. And even if one or the other thing turned out to be different as planned, our students managed to keep a cool head.
My name is Peter. I'm head of the academic department, management, communication and IT. And I'm also serving as a chief information officer here at MCI, our entrepreneurial school. Well, for me, this conference is a very, very special moment in the degree program, a very special course. What we want to teach our students, what we want to share our students is the experience of combining communication, management and technology, building a tech stack for such a conference, building a communication strategy, running a conference, filling it up with content, international speakers, binding in our global network and making that happen within just some hours. I think this is a huge learning, this is a huge skill also for our students and alumni, that they can just reach out, go there, make their path, and also be able to organize a community event which is content driven, which integrates customers, consumers, new products, innovations. Bringing that to a spot is, I think, a rare skill, and I'm always thrilled to be part of it.